Thank you so much, Cyrille, for that insightful presentation, the first keynote of the day at the Middle East Retail Forum. Just a quick view on the new normal that we hear so much about, the GCC luxury market. Could you please share your insights?
Sure. Thank you for inviting me to share my thoughts to the forum. To your question, so let's think the new normal. Where do we come from? We come from a decade of hypergrowth. It's amazing from 2004 to 2014 how much the retail market has been booming in the region. I mean, we all know it, but we tend to forget it. We've been growing at an annual growth rate of about 15% for an entire decade. So we have all been shaped, all of the retail executives have been shaped in that expectation of growth. Now the new normal comes as a shock. For the first time, I think this year, the retail GDP in the region will not only slow down, but in some countries will actually be in recession, will actually decline. So for the first time, let's say, many retailers see their sales going down. Can give you a few examples. In the automotive market, we expect sales to be down by 20 or 30% depending on the countries. In more grocery, you know, it will be -5, between 0 to -5 depending on the countries. In luxury, it can be, in fashion in particular, could be significantly down. So we move from that decade of hypergrowth to suddenly a recession. What does that mean? I think, first of all, it doesn't mean that there is no hope at the end of the tunnel. I think this market really has still a lot of potential to grow in the future when, you know, some of these short-term macroeconomic issues that we have are sorted out. So yes, this market has potential. The potential will not be the same as what we have had this decade of hypergrowth, but nonetheless is a good sustainable growth potential. So that's one, adapting to different level of growth, but realizing that this market still has potential. Second thing, I think, is recognizing that the market has changed. Beyond the fluctuation of the economy, this market, I believe, is much more mature. I mean, I remember when I came to Dubai in 98, 99, there were very few hypermarkets, there were very few super regional malls. Actually, there were no super regional malls. And that was true all over the region. Now I look in Saudi Arabia, in every single neighborhood, there is a supermarket. In Dubai, we have 2 and soon 3 super regional malls. And same will be in Riyadh, and so on and so on. So I can see that the market is mature. Many brands now are present in Dubai. So the market is mature from all dimensions. So I think we should expect that what we need to win is different. In an immature market, what we had to do to win was open stores and execute the concept in a good way. Now it's going to be different. Now opening stores is going to be less. It's going to be more about like for like, fighting for our share of the pie in a more competitive market. Things like customer experience, cost reduction, cash management will become much more important than before. And I think this is really part of this new normal, is adapting our capabilities to win in a market that will be characterized by slower growth, more competition, and more demanding customers that will want customer experience that will in ways that perhaps was not as much true before.